Cheers everyone, it's Abipon, and I'm a guide and photographer in Japan. You can book with me here, or reach out on Instagram for more info. If you've ever watched an anime or movie about Japan, you've probably seen a festival. Walking the bustling streets with illuminated lanterns, hawking street food vendors, and fireworks is many a Japanese person's most anticipated event. Today, let's talk about these festivals, called Matsuri here, and how they offer a unique glimpse into Japan's rich culture and traditions. I'll start with giving you some info about festivals here, and then I'll give you a handy-dandy calendar of major festivals across the country. First things first, what to wear. You've probably seen these beautiful lightweight kimonos called yukata. They're perfect for summer festivals and will keep you cool while you still look stylish. You're certainly not required to wear one, but I think it's a fun chance to enjoy wearing traditional clothes. You can usually rent one near a festival, or you can even buy one as a souvenir. And in contrast with kimonos, you can buy one of these and put it on by yourself. And because it's cotton, it's super cool, because summer festivals can get really hot. But of course, you're welcome to literally wear whatever you feel comfortable wearing. Next, what should you bring? This is my festival survival kit guide. First, bring your phone. Obviously, you need your phone, but you also need your phone because you will probably get separated from your friends inevitably at a festival. It always happens. There's a million people. So make sure you have your phone and some kind of pocket Wi-Fi or eSIM or SIM card setup. Next, you absolutely have to bring cash. Pretty much every single vendor at a festival accepts exclusively cash. Especially if you have coins, it'll make your life a lot easier, but bills are fine as well. And if you go to any kind of summer festival, you're gonna wanna bring a fan. Sometimes they even give out these little paper fans for free, but I'm a big proponent of these battery-powered fans, and I got this for like $5 at a Don Quixote here, so highly recommended. Along with the summer theme, I would just bring a water bottle. Just keep it in your bag, especially when everyone is like super sardined together at a festival, it can get really warm. And last, a small hand towel. Same thing, if you get sweaty, if you get messy from eating street foods, or you just need to dry your hands in the bathroom, it really does everything. And speaking of food, time to talk about festival food in Japan, which is honestly an adventure in itself. Here are some must-try treats. First off, we have takoyaki. So these octopus balls are hot, crispy, and super delicious. Just watch out because they are literally molten lava inside. And contrary to common belief, even though Osaka is famous for takoyaki, you will find takoyaki basically everywhere in Japan. Next is yakisoba. These are stir-fried noodles with veggies and meat served piping hot. They're good. What else can I say? Next up is baby castella. You will smell these from a mile away. You'll know. These are little miniature sweet cake dough balls, and even my Japanese husband, who doesn't really like sweets, pop these like candy. They are so good. I highly recommend trying these. Next is kakigoori. Of course, this is shaved ice with flavored syrup. The festival stuff isn't exactly like top tier, but it's really, really satisfying when it's super hot outside. Next up is my personal favorite, and it's called Choco Banana, and it's literally just a cold banana covered in milk chocolate and sprinkles, and it's very popular with children and those of us with childlike taste. Last is cotton candy called watagashi here, and it's the same stuff you're probably familiar with. You'll see a lot of other street foods too at festivals, and I just think if you see something that looks good, go for it. Next, what is a festival without some fun and games? Here's some you'll likely encounter, including some you should probably avoid. First is Kingyo Sukui. So this is the goldfish scooping game that every anime seems to feature. You basically use a paper scoop to catch as many fish as you can before it breaks. But nowadays, they don't really use fish so much anymore. They use things like bouncy balls, because what is everyone gonna do with like 7 goldfish? It's fun to play, but you will be surrounded by children. Next up is shoteki. So this is a shooting game where you aim at targets with a cork gun to win prizes. It sounds like fun. However, I have heard that some of the targets are usually even nailed down, and sometimes if you do shoot a target, the staff will literally find any excuse not to give you a prize. I don't know why this seems to be a really controversial thing, but that's like the Japanese opinion, so maybe not recommended. One that is recommended is yo-yo tsuri. and this is fishing for yo-yo balloons. You'll need a very steady hand and a bit of luck to snag one, but I recommend this because sometimes even if you fail, the staff will take pity on you and give you a balloon anyway because it doesn't exactly cost that much, and it's just fun. Last is a lottery. Some festivals will have lotteries, and I don't recommend these because usually nobody wins. I don't know. And finally, just enjoy the traditional music, watch any dancers, a lot of festivals have lots of dancing, and of course stay for the fireworks. There's nothing quite like a Japanese fireworks show to end your night with a bang. Let's move on to the calendar. I'll give a little info about each festival along with when and where, so just note the ones that interest you. Alright, starting with January. This is the Yokote Kamakura Festival in Akita Prefecture. So Kamakura are like igloos and they're built to celebrate this festival. The festival features about 100 kamakura where you can sit inside, drink amazake, which is a sweet rice beverage, and grill rice cakes. Next, February is the Nagasaki Lantern Festival. This festival gives really big anime energy, and it celebrates the Chinese New Year with over 15,000 lanterns illuminating the city. They have traditional performances and delicious Chinese cuisine. Next, in March is the Omizutori Water Drawing Festival in Nara. This ancient Buddhist festival takes place at Todaiji Temple. You can witness dramatic torchlight processions as monks carry giant torches to purify the area and welcome spring. Next up, in April is Hanami. So Hanami is everywhere, and I won't give specifics about this, but it's all about just enjoying the fleeting beauty of cherry blossoms. Popular spots include Ueno Park in Tokyo, Maruyama Park in Kyoto, and Osaka Castle Park. But you will find Hanami events literally all throughout the country, so I would just do a little research to see where you are and what you can find, or just walk around. You'll probably find something. Next up in May is Kodomo no Hi, which means Children's Day. So this is a nationwide holiday, and it celebrates the happiness of children. You'll see these colorful carp streamers flying everywhere, and they symbolize the desire for children to grow up to be healthy and strong. And a lot of temples or shrines will have festivals for this. Next up is the Aizen Festival, also known as Aizen-san, where there is a Hoikago parade in which a young woman is carried in a fancy palanquin while participants chant. And it's one of Osaka's big 3 festivals. Alright, so most festivals in Japan take place during the summer months of July and August. If you haven't already, I do recommend checking out my video on summer in Japan for more info on some of these festivals, as well as just surviving the heat. So first we have Gion Matsuri in July. This is in Kyoto. Gion Matsuri is Kyoto's most famous festival, which features grand parades with beautifully decorated floats, traditional music, and street food. Literally goes on for a month, but there's basically a few main days that feature events, and it is one of the biggest and most popular festivals in Japan. Next up is the Sumida River Fireworks Festival in Tokyo. This is one of Tokyo's most famous fireworks festivals, and it attracts millions of spectators. The dazzling display over the Sumida River is a spectacular sight, and there's also food and games. Next up is Tenjin Matsuri in Osaka. This is one of Japan's top 3 festivals, and it features a grand procession of boats on the river and a fireworks display. The festival honors Sugawara no Michizane, who is the deity of learning and art. Next up is Nebuta Matsuri in Aomori. So this festival features massive illuminated floats depicting warriors, gods, and mythological creatures. The floats are paraded through the streets at night, accompanied by music and dancing. Next up is Tanabata Matsuri, and you will find these throughout the country, but the biggest is in Sendai in Miyagi Prefecture. Tanabata is a holiday based on the Chinese legend of star-crossed lovers, and this festival is celebrated with colorful streamers and decorations. So Sendai's Tanabata is one of the most famous, featuring super elaborate displays and parades. But you will find lots of different Tanabata festivals, although some take place in July and some take place in August. Next up is Obon. So Obon is another national holiday that takes place in mid-August. It is a time to honor ancestors that passed before us. Many different festivals will feature Bon Odori dances, and you can also witness the mesmerizing sight of floating lanterns on rivers and lakes. You'll find so many Obon festivals throughout the country, each with their own unique twist. Next up is Awa Odori in Tokushima. This festival is known for its super energetic dance and music, and it's part of the Obon festivities. Thousands of dancers show up in traditional costumes, and they parade through the streets, and they invite you to join in on the fun, which couldn't be me, I don't dance, but go for it. Next is the Daimonji Festival in Kyoto. So this traditional festival marks the end of Obon, and they light super big bonfires on Kyoto's mountains, which you can actually see from the city itself. The most famous is a character Dai, which means large and is set ablaze. Super cool, worth seeing. So September doesn't have many festivals, but I will tell you about one that I recommend not going to, and it's Kishiwara Danjiri Matsuri in Osaka. It involves teams pulling giant carts around the city, but each year the festival causes damage to buildings and unfortunately to people as well. There's usually many injuries, and every year there's at least one death. So considering that, I really cannot recommend going to it. I see it sometimes being recommended on Instagram and such. This info is obviously never included, so I think you should know. Next up, we have the Nihonmatsu Festival in Fukushima. The highlight of the festival is the evening procession of lantern-adorned floats, which are accompanied by taiko drumming, ending at Nihonmatsu Shrine with 3,000 lanterns illuminating the sky. Also in October is Takayama Autumn Festival in Gifu. Takayama's festival also has beautifully crafted floats, which are adorned with lanterns and intricate carvings and are paraded through the streets. So October also features Halloween, which is actually one of the most beloved holidays here, especially by young people. Some of the most popular spots to go for Halloween include Roppongi Hills Halloween Parade, Ikebukuro Halloween Cosplay Festival, and Disney in Tokyo. And if you are near Osaka or Kyoto, I recommend Universal Studios, which is actually my favorite place to go for Halloween. So around November, across Japan, you can enjoy the autumn leaves. Much like Hanami, Momijigari is a practice of enjoying the stunning autumn foliage. Popular spots include Nikko, Arashiyama, and the Japanese Alps. And hot take, but I honestly think the autumn leaves in Japan are more beautiful than the cherry blossoms, and you guys are welcome to fight me in the comments over that one. Just like for cherry blossom season, you will find autumn leaf viewing festivals everywhere. Finally, in December, we have the Kobe Luminarie Festival. Usually it's in early to mid-December, although recently it was held in January instead. So this is a beautiful light festival held in memory of the victims of the 1995 Great Hanshin earthquake. This light festival began as a symbol of hope and recovery, particularly due to the supply cuts of electricity, gas, and water that many people had to endure after the earthquake. But due to popular demand, it's actually become an annual event. So Japanese festivals are a fantastic way to immerse yourself in the culture and traditions of this beautiful country. Make sure to check the dates on the official websites for these events. Things change, and plan your visit accordingly. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Japan travel tips and guides, and I will see you in the next video.